Can the battle against the big portals like Zillow be won by the everyday agent? And the answer is yes. And the answer lies in something that a lot of people overlook, haven't acknowledged, or haven't mastered yet in their business. Now, in the modern era, 2020 and beyond, the world has changed tremendously. A lot of these platforms have been out, right? The everyday average agent has really had to raise the bar in regards to what they bring to the table in order to not only survive, but thrive. And a lot has changed. People on the internet are up in arms. Oh, AI, this and that. We don't need agents. Look, you can build a business that will be independent of market disruptors. I've been doing this for myself and the people around me, but today what I want to do is specifically cover some things that will help you with it, okay? And it's simple and anybody can implement it. So let's jump right in. Are you going to beat these big portals? Well, no, they have the money, okay? This is what you got to do. You have to operate in a lane and in a way that does not allow them to infringe upon your business. So, number one, do not support them. Do not get involved with them. Many of you still do that, or you associate with teams, brokerages, individuals, organizations that still put money in the pocket of Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, whatever. And many of you do it well. I can get on salary plus commission. It's like, dude, then get a job, get out of real estate, because all you're doing is emboldening them and empowering them. The only reason they've been able to do what they do is because we've bent over as agents. We've given in. NAR has sold us out a long time ago, but even agents act as if they're a friend, they're an ally. They're not. They're smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back. I've been telling you this for 13 years and you guys don't listen. Okay, that's number one. Don't put money in their pockets. Don't associate with them. Number two, when you build your business, right, there's going to be ways that you can leverage against them. Why does Zillow and these portals end up taking business from you or anybody else? Why? They're getting the evil A word, attention. And not only that, on top of attention, a lot of individuals, even though erroneously, view them as the authority, the expert. This is why when you guys go door to door or you make calls, I used to hear this all the time back in the day. Oh, you seem cheerful. Oh, well, Zillow said my home value went up $10,000. And I'm sitting there like, who gives a shit what Zillow said? But in their eyes, at that moment, that individual homeowner looked at me as inferior to what Zillow said. Now, is that the sentiment across the board? Of course not. However, there's still people who believe that and think that way, and you have to remember that. So not only is it about the attention, it's about positioning. So when it comes to attention, what do we have to do? Well, this is why I've been telling you guys and teaching you over the years, every single day when you're out there generating leads and talking to people and building your business, you need to be adding 3 to 5 people to your sphere of influence, your database, your personal circle, your center of influence, whatever you call it, your database, right? Whatever fancy word you use, you need a minimum be adding 3 to 5 new people every single day that you work into that database. Why? This database, as you grow it, will start farming that attention to a warm audience now. The same thing can be said to a degree, even though it's not as personal, with social media. You want to do both. This is what I've done with my brand. It's facilitated recruitment, coaching, expansion, and all that, because I've done this on social media for a very long time. But on the traditional side, 3 to 5 people, you're going to start, again, creating a warm audience that you're building first attention with before anything else. Attention, that's all you want. But let's play this out. Let's say you only work 200 days out of the year, which is very little. It's taken a lot of time off. But let's say you only work 200. Well, now, if you added 3 to 5 people every workday, that's 600 to 1,000 people in your database. And let's say by the end of the year, to be conservative with the numbers, you scratch half of them because you say, you know what? They weren't good, right? They weren't responsive. They were rude, whatever. Then you're left with what? 300 to 500 solid people in your database. That's the first thing. Now, the second part is positioning yourself with them. Every time you guys meet somebody that's new, one of the first things you need to do, besides capturing their information, getting their cell phone, their email, and all that, is you need to say and ask them, you use social media, right? Instagram, YouTube, what is it? And immediately you get them to follow you. What's your profile here? Follow me, I'll follow you, whatever. I don't care how you do it. Get them to follow you. Why? What happens when you follow somebody new? Suddenly you start seeing all their content. This is another way to stay top of mind. Number 2, it's another way to hold many of you accountable to actually post. But number 3, it's going to start this process of positioning. I don't care what they think initially. Once they start receiving my phone calls, my text messages, my emails, and they see me on social, they're going to create that perception of me. Attention, positioning, then authority. What do I want? I want this audience that I'm building every year, 300, right? 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000 people in my database. I'm now positioned. I want to be the authority now. Why do I want to be the authority? Well, number one, they're going to reach out to me if they have questions or feel comfortable to do so. More importantly, number two, they're going to get updates, news, and information from me, not Google, not Yahoo News, not their uncle, not their friend who was in real estate 45 years ago that knows everything, not their nosy neighbor that's the know-it-all, not their uncle who bought a house in 1985 and is the expert. None of those people. It's going to be you. It's going to be you. Now, just doing what I said over time, within about 3 to 4 years, if you do this correctly, because I've done this with, again, hundreds of people, almost thousands at this point, you now don't have to chase leads anymore. You're positioned with these people. You're an authority. You have a thriving database. And now you have 20, 30, 40 deals on autopilot every single year, minimum, if not more. Any top producer leverages against market conditions, interest rates, disruptors, mainly because of this database, sphere of influence, again, whatever you want to call it. They've positioned themselves. And these people have a database of 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, or 200 solid people. And that feeds them enough business. This will leverage you against anything, their cousin, their friend, Zillow, Trulia, the new thing, the market crash, interest rates. Why? Because you're now positioned with the X amount of people, how many that is, as that person that they're going to transact with. No different than a dentist, or any other profession. I don't want to be friends with my dentist, but I'm in their database and they touch me. And when it's time for a cleanup or to do a checkup, what do? I contact them and I set the appointment. You can be the same for people. That's all it is, but you want to be that guy or that girl when it comes to real estate. Now, if you do that at scale, you can keep extending this because now once you start profiting, you guys can start putting money behind it, sending mailers, right? Doing marketing and then enhancing it with real estate as you grow your business. But all of this that I described is for free. That's number one, okay? That's the first part. Number two, how do you build your reputation and become a local superstar? Any of you can do this in real estate. How do you do it? Simple. I've taught you guys this a million times. Pick 1 to 2 businesses that you're going to meet with, feature on social media, and interview every single week. Start with people that you know already, your tax guy, your barber, your hairstylist, right? Maybe a store where you're friends with the owner because you've been going there for years. Maybe your vendors, right? Your escrow officer, your title officer. Feature them on social media, do a formal interview with them that you post on all your socials, long form and short clips. Email that to your database and start it as a series where you're going to feature local business people, influential business people, local businesses, because you support the communities that you live in. And even when you go to these businesses, chat people up, feature them on your social, post a story and tag them. You know how many affiliate marketing opportunities and partnerships I've created just featuring people? Hey, I come to the store, it's awesome. And then the owner or the social media manager reaches out to me. Then they ask me to collaborate before I ever even meet the owner. But when I go and I meet these people and I befriend everybody, eventually I meet the managers and the owners. Then I ask them, hey, let's sit down and do an interview. I'd love to give you guys some free marketing. Would you be open to it? No one's going to tell you no. I've never had anybody tell me no. At worst, I got, well, I'm nervous behind the camera. Cool. Then I'll send you all the questions before. That way you're prepared by the time we shoot the interview. You've already reviewed the questions and you know exactly what you're going to say. And then before I post it, I'll give you the final edit and send it to you. And then you can give me the thumbs up for approval. Now, before I send that video, in order to send them, right, the final product, before I post it, what do I need from them? Number, email, contact information. Bingo. When you become entrenched in the community like this, I've been in the new city that I'm in for a couple of weeks. I've already been personally invited by somebody that I met that's influential to come to the Chamber of Commerce meetings and get more involved with the community. They're asking me to do that. I'm not special. I've just befriended people, gone to events and gone places. Again, shake hands, kiss babies. You know the routine. Any of you can do this. I'm not special. I'm just doing it versus watching content about it. You do those two things, no one's going to kill you. Why? Because there's millions of real estate transactions that are done every year. And for most of you, if you did 20, 30, or 40, you would make a fortune compared to what you're making now. You can make a great living selling anywhere from 20 to 40 homes a year. You can do more, but let's get you to that. 1.5 to 2 or 3 deals a month. You do that, most of you in most markets are going to make a very comfortable upper middle class, maybe even slightly wealthy living. And that's just a baseline. Then from there, you can grow your team and expand, but that's a different conversation. These are the simple things you can do. Notice that most of what I'm referring to here is involving 70, 80% of the old school stuff. The old school stuff. Having conversations. Wow, who knew that actually talking to people, making connections and relationships would work? Can't do that with AI. Can't do that with Chat GPT. So as simple as this sounds, this is what you got to do. I did an event yesterday here in Central Florida, and a lot of this stuff I covered a little bit more in detail because we had 2 hours. But this is what it is. And people, it blows my mind that I'm in rooms with people who have been in the business for years and they've done 10% of this or none of this, or, oh, I haven't done that. It's like, dude, you've been in the business 5 years. What are you doing? We've overlooked the fundamentals and basics so much that we are trying new and different things, ignoring what actually works, and then sitting there scratching our head saying, wait, what's going on? How come we're not getting any business? So this ultimately is how you leverage against Zillow or any of these big names. You do this, you commit to this for a year or 6 months even, and you'll see a drastic shift in your business, guaranteed. Okay? So if any of you need help, first link, set up a call with me if you want to do a one-on-one Zoom call to talk about coaching. Again, only if you're serious. Number 2, if you haven't grabbed my new script book for 2026, grab that link below as well. It's the second one. And lastly, if you're interested in joining Team BC, our nationwide real estate team, or talking to me about real brokerage, I have over 300 people on my network now. More than happy to talk to you guys about that opportunity. Other than that, subscribe, drop a comment, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, peace.